Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. So today we are doing a jungle adventure inspired build, and also one that is inspired by a house that I saw in I think it was an architecture book, and it had a super cool sort of pillared overhanging section in that actual build. They had one of the pillars sort of slanted, so that is what we're doing. And it had a really awesome green wall on the top bit as well, where they'd used some sort of fencing and stuff to create a place for the plants to grow. So that is kind of the inspiration for this build, and I thought the jungle was a perfect place for it to go. So it is a holiday destination. It has some outdoor living areas and it has a pool as well. So it's quite modern on the outside, but then on the inside it does bring in some of those traditional stuff that we got in the city, not the city living, that was ages ago, in the jungle adventure pack. So it is pretty cool. And if I sound a bit different today, it is because I got a new microphone for my birthday, which was a few days ago now, because I am actually away when this goes out, so I had to record this one a bit earlier. So the downstairs area is quite small. It's just like a welcome area, as most of the stuff is outside, and it tries to let in a lot of light as well. So, and then the upstairs has just got the kind of basics you need for living. So we've got a few bathrooms, we've got a twin bed, and we've got a master bedroom as well. And the upstairs doesn't actually have that many windows and stuff, because the plants and stuff actually cover that upper bit. And just working on the layout bit, so the master bedroom has a walk-in wardrobe as well that sort of connects off the main bedroom, but doesn't connect to the bathroom area. And now we're going to start working on the actual sort of green wall part of the build. So I used the little things from City Living. I can never remember what they're called, whether they're wall dividers or whatever they are, just random objects, and sort of putting them all along the outside. So that is where the plants are going to be growing through the actual thing. And the one that I actually was working from had it going all the way up to the roof, but we couldn't quite get that to work in this build. So we kind of layer up all the different plants, so we have all the different sort of variations I can find, and I actually put some of the outdoor plants as well on the outside, just so I could get some stuff sticking through the actual thing, just to make it a bit more detailed. And I added the flowers in as well, just for a slight pop of colour, because it needed a few more textures and stuff, just to make it a bit more realistic and make it a bit more interesting as well. And obviously there is a green roof covered in wonderful plants as well. So this is a proper eco-ish home, I think. I gotta try and think of a good name for it, because I actually haven't at the moment. Oh, I did. I called it like a jungle house, I think. I can't actually remember. And on the bottom part of the outside, I actually wanted to connect the kitchen into that space, so we're going to make some little bifolding doors, so the kitchen has slightly different lighting to the rest of the build, because it is technically outside. So you kind of just build the walls on a bit of an angle, and then you can use the different angles to add in some extra doors that aren't actually on walls as well. So the kitchen is using the jungle adventure stuff because that is always fun to use, and I tried to mix up a few different colors. So we got the darks on the top and then the lights on the bottom, and then we have a little built-in eating area, so if it's kind of like a breakfast sort of bar, but one that's placed against the wall. If it was actually raining in the jungle, then you Sims can come inside and have some food before they set off in and explore. And I didn't add too much detail into this build because I wanted it to be a holiday home rather than just a normal home, because I haven't built one of those yet, so I thought it's a bit late building a holiday home compared to everyone else. But I thought I was waiting for me to find this build, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And I have been looking. I would have been to Stratford when this comes out, so I want to make a ancient sort of medieval build when I get back, because I think that would be fun, and then I can talk about everything that I did on my trip as well. And I'm also going to a very old village on Friday, hopefully, to go see what is happening over there. There are suspicious filming signs up around where I'm living, so I must go investigate. And then on the outside, so I did the outside dining area, and we have a bar, and I used the spa day dividers between the pillars just to kind of break up the space, and then use move objects to put on the little bar bottles and stuff, and I thought that looked quite cool. And then on the other side, I just added in a bit of greenery, so I scaled them up and down just to create a bit of interest. And then we have a little outdoor seating area that has some sofas and a coffee table, and then I put one of the chandeliers over the top just to make it a bit dramatic because I thought that would look quite cool just hanging down. And we've got some speakers as well, so this place would be really good for entertaining or having parties, I think, because you've obviously got all the stuff outside, and sort of the Sims can wander from each. They can wander around, they can go in the pool, they can have a little dance on the veranda, and I think that'd be quite a fun bit of gameplay to do. And then this is just a little entranceway, so if your Sims have been out, they can sort of dump all their stuff in the little room here. And we've got a few seats and a coat rack and just a few bits and bobs, just the essentials as well. And that room gets a load of light in it as well, so it probably get quite hot in there with all the glass windows. So now we are going to work on the upstairs, and I was just fiddling about how big I actually wanted each individual room. So this is the master bedroom, and I did actually extend these walls once I actually start putting in the walk-in wardrobes and stuff. So it's quite a minimal sort of colour scheme. We're using sort of the objects to bring in the colour, and so I've had to shift that. Oh, I actually put the window back, so there isn't a window in the dressing area. But we kind of put the Jungle Adventures mirror in, and I kind of smush the wardrobes together because I wanted a triple wide one to fit in the space, and we don't have one. So in this room, all the furniture is kind of a similar tone to each other, just picking up the tones from the bed and adding in a lot of blue sort of decorations as well, just to tie in with the colour on the bed. And it was quite an odd sort of space. I didn't know whether I wanted to make it look really old or really new inside, so I kind of went for old and new, just and see if that worked, basically just throwing sort of older items and newer items together, and I think it turned out all right in the end. You kind of get that it has a few traditional sort of stuff in it, but it's been done out to reflect the outside a bit more as well. I went around and used all the jungle adventure rugs because they brought in so much colour, because I wasn't using colour on the walls because I couldn't imagine that this place actually had the colour on the walls. And then in the little bathroom area, I kind of made a little sort of using the dark wood to make a little feature by the sink. So we've got a little shelving thing, one of the mirrors and some cabinets. I think that looked quite a nice little unit together. And then we've got one family bathroom and one master bedroom bathroom as well. I think I actually used tiles as well just because I was just like, I need to use some colour on the walls, so I just did one wall just to match the shower, and then put in some nice plain things. And the sink from Spa Day works really well with the counters from Jungle Adventures. I think they work very nicely together, and adding in a few bits of greenery, and the concrete bath obviously fitted in very nicely with the concrete exterior, and that was a good item to have. I don't know why it would be. And we're going for a bit of a brown and green theme, even though I've done blue tiles, but that is how I am rolling in this build. And then this is a twin bedroom, so I wanted to have the same colour frame, but obviously have it for two different personalities or two different Sims that are staying, so they can pick their bed. And we've gone for a few bright colours, a few sort of pastel colours. So we're picking out the yellow from the bed, and then we've got the mint dressing table, and this one has a little desk in it. So if you are bringing children or anything and they need to do any homework while they're away, then they can sit on the desk. And then we bring in the yellow and the blue again with the mat and the seats as well. And I was trying to work out whether I was blocking any of the objects, so I was just like, I need to shift the seats. And then added in the little treasure trunk as well, because that is an item that fits in nicely with the explorer theme. And I got to use the big jungle sort of painting, scaled it up to make it a feature in the room, and just added in a few plants on top of the wardrobe because there wasn't too much space in this part of the build. And then just adding in a little rug in the hallway because that was looking a bit bland compared to the rest. And we've got that, I think it's I can't remember what they called that, in the Amiskin calendar plates on the wall, just to show the Sims that's staying here what they can find in the jungle. And then we're going to do a little bit of landscaping. I don't do too much, kind of just place a few trees and some grass around them, so I think they keep this lot quite maintained. And obviously it does take up most of the lot as well, so I kind of thought they wouldn't have that much actual foliage about. And then just did a little wall in between where I'd put some of the greenery, and we've got a few broken wall pieces around the wall as well, just to add a little bit of detail. Sort of, it was an old stone wall and it's kind of crumbling away, and just adding in a bit of the terrain paint to finish it off, and some of the stuff was sticking through, of course. And then this is just making a little front entranceway and bringing back the other wall detailing. So just to tie in the outside, I thought it'd be quite nice if your Sims wanted to sit out the front and have a look at the different aspects of the jungle, because we've got this is on the cliff lot as well. So you've got the view over the cliff, and then you've got the ones into the jungle. And then this build looks pretty cool at night time as well. You can kind of get the lights from the inside coming through and lighting up the grass on the walls as well. So here are the screenshots, so you can have a bit more detailed look inside the build. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching, feel free to give it a like, and if you'd like to see any more builds, then feel free to subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.